And now I feel like this run's gonna take 2 sessions.
Motherfucker.
But hey, the good news is I just alphabetized my program list.
Alphabetics is good. That is beautiful. You've got that. I think is that would be the given average for like a taking 10 on the roll, which is below average, and you don't normally have to spend an edge to do it.
I got 25% success rate. That is unacceptable. Especially since, Cyanide has an availability of fucking 14?
14.
I wasn't expecting a Christmas miracle there, but I at least hoped not to be laughed out here.
Out of all of that, you only got 1 reroll. But well, look at it this way: it's not a glitch.
God damn it! Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, in that case, gentlemen, we've got A. Find a substitute that could fuck up his heart or somehow kill him or something, and it not be something that has to be purchased on the black market. B, we pay $5,000 to get a single dose of cocaine inlaid, which means we'd have to determine some sort of exchange point.
I have an idea for that. Does this apartment have a balcony or any windows that can open?
His apartment?
The penthouse?
The penthouse, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming it does. Where the party's at.
Yeah, the penthouse would have probably something like that.
Because I can, if it's not too high, if it's not more than 40 stories, I think I can fly that dragonfly up there, holding it just to give to one of you. Well, I guess it's 400 meters, so it'd actually be like 120. Never mind, whatever.
Looking through the drugs, there's only like 3 of the drugs are restricted, so we still have a decent, hard time getting a hold of those. And there's one though that is completely not restricted at all.
Pepper spray?
KE4, which is designed to be used against insect spirits.
I know, I mean, he's not an insect spirit, it wouldn't work. Even with a small restricted one, the availability intervals are still 12 hours. It wouldn't be good enough.
Yeah, unless it's $10 or less, then you can roll per hour, but anything between $11 and $100, it's going to take a day.
Apparently KE4 does do toxic damage to metahumans if ingested.
I don't think we're getting him to eat a goddamn pesticide.
Well, I mean, the whole point is to encapsulate it so it gets taking him through the skin, right? That's what the plan was.
I guess we're paying the 5,000 to get the one dose, and then hope that's enough.
I mean,
Yeah, the KE4 wouldn't do anything extra with the DMSL.
yeah.
It just wouldn't do anything to him.
As I say, if you want to try, we can buy an entire vat of KE4 and dip him into it, and it'll change his body. It's like the FEV.
Great, then you're gonna have to assassinate a super mutant.
He'd probably do it himself. I mean, he's kind of vain, right?
Guys, what if he's an insect spirit? How will we know unless we try KE4?
He was in Chicago, right?
Yes, he actually came here from Chicago. Away from the insect spirits.
Maybe he's secretly an insect shaman who's working on establishing a new hive here, trying to bring in a new queen.
I'll give you a hint. He's not.
Alright, well, Yeah, This entire thing was meant to do this. Tell what, we fucking, I got another idea. Here's what we do. We buy a stealth tag, and we get that to Twitch, and we get her to somehow put that on his ass. A stealth tag, they're encoded to remain silent and only respond to transmissions with the proper passcodes. They cannot be located with a comlink or a bug scanner. They typically use special frequencies and other tricks to avoid detection. They're also disguised so as not to look like RFID tags, which means instead of the standard -6 concealability, they'd have -8. I'm thinking that we could somehow... we'd have to get it on him. I don't know whether it'd actually have to be implanted or whether we can just, like, slip it inside his damn... just, like, attach it to, like, whatever clothes he's wearing or something. But if that could be
but
done...
then if he changes clothes...
we would know where his clothes are. I mean, I was thinking about tags earlier. We got hooked on the cyanide thing. Getting hooked on cyanide. Never thought I'd say that in my life.
Cocaine? Certainly. Cyanide? No.
I do like the idea of the stealth tag, since it'll give us another option.
They're on page 328. That's an availability of 6. That's something I can purchase legally without any problems. Essentially, considering Truesayer's rather poor implementation of luck, which I'm going to blame on every one of their great dice rolls. I'm now going to, I'm looking for legal options. Alternatively, just fucking, obviously this damn thing was designed to be completed in one session. Fuck the party. It's not important. We wait for the ebbs and flows of time, establish some basic surveillance on him, just fucking roll in. He's not a megacorp. The hell does he know?
Makes sense. And I think you need to blame your bad rolls. You're just hanging out with Mundies too much. They're cramping your style.
Assholes got me shot last week. I mean, what the fuck?
Maybe there's a dragon something fucking around with your edge. That is a thing. Karma and edge are actual tangible assets in the Shadowrun universe.
Fucking dragons. I can't remember a deal I've made with a dragon. I didn't do that. It wasn't me. Unless I secretly made a deal with one that I didn't know about, in which case that's gonna be awkward.
Who knows? Maybe you knew something about lays beforehand, and you just forgot it.
Smoke this as a sign of our eternal contract and bond of friendship. Okay. Wake up 12 hours later. The fuck am I? The fuck happened? I don't remember shit. Has to be or something's like, I got plans for LA and it's gonna involve this little fucking shitty awaken I just, pulled out of a raffle bowl.
Dragons are pretty inscrutable.
Isn't that right, kitty? Yes, it is.
Yeah, she thinks I'm talking to her.
Yeah, Ghostwalker would actually be the closer one.
Yeah, Ghostwalker, I guess, would. And it's like, nah, I'm done with Denver.
I'm going to take over LA.
List of people who are going to stop me. Horizon? Question mark?
Aztecology sure the fuck couldn't before.
To say, but maybe Horizon's got more power, theoretically. Then again, they're not exactly, the war bread. They're, sort of relying on, PCC, or else, Aztechnology would completely ride up here.
Yep, Horizon was missing PCC, they probably wouldn't have won against Aztecology. That said, PCC didn't have Horizon to work with. They probably wouldn't be able to hold on to LA.
Yeah, wasn't it that Horizon was pretty much brought in the PCC just to hold off Aztechnology, or am I remembering that wrong?
Well, Horizon sort of rose out of the ashes really after the Twins. Was its main? I believe that was after the Twins was when it stepped up to AAA. Its real control was only really after that. But they are essentially PCC rolled into LA and took over when the Twins hit, and Horizon rose up after that.
All right.
Alright. Yeah, I'm seeing 3 options here. At least at the top of my head that I'm racking here. We go in balls deep, we pay the $5,000 for the cyanide. Coyote gets the dose and uses his drone to deliver it to a balcony of the mansion, which Twitch or Vice somehow attempt to get to, and then secure the dose, and then somehow attempt to deliver it in the best Mission Impossible sequence ever. Idea 2. Hey there, Aaron. Welcome back, Aaron.
So, do we have a new plan, since it seems like our arrival time conflicts with the delivery of the poison?
Yeah, we were going over basic plans. You're gonna love this list of ideas, Aaron. It's great. Alright. Idea 1, we go in balls deep, we pay the $5,000, Coyote, who's gonna be outside, gets the dose of cyanide, and uses his dragonfly drone to deliver it to a balcony of the mansion where the party is being held, and somehow either Twitch or Vice will have to make their way up onto this balcony without being suspicious and actually manage to secure this one little dose of cyanide, and then after they secure this dose, somehow attempt to deliver it into the system of our target. That's idea 1. It's obviously a realistic idea.
What about trying to do something similar, but exploiting the catering?
We could attempt to do that. It's just we haven't even looked into that avenue, and all we have is like this afternoon. Like any sort of legwork that we would have the opportunity to do for the party is practically we'd be last minute arrivals essentially. Which
right.
You have about 10 hours left before the party.
But we do still have 10 hours, and the party starts before you can even pick up the cyanide, so...
Right. So yeah, my idea too was, I suggested this, we say fuck the cyanide, we buy stealth tags. Stealth tags are completely legal, can be purchased at a legal store on page 328 of the core rulebook. They're 5 nuyen each. Stealth tags are essentially more secretive RFID tags. They broadcast on their own little special thing that requires a special passcode to access. They can't be located with a comlink or bug scanner. They're additionally concealed. It could be a way to put a tag on him, or at least on his clothes for the time being. Just as sort of like a temporary measure. And, it's so cheap that, 5 nuyen's pretty easy to lay down. You could buy fistfuls of them and just shower him with stuff. Because that won't be suspicious. We go back to the tried and true standard surveillance method and play the situation by ear. Clearly this party, isn't exactly the end-all and be-all of trying to get him. It was just one potential avenue that we discovered and then attempted to explore, but we just write off the situation. Twitch ends up making her appearance anyway, whether she wants to or not, maybe trying to put a stealth tag on him, but we just... obviously the situation is going to change as we roll closer to the 28th, and we just try to keep an eye on him so that we know where he is, and we roll up on him. It's not like he's a megacorp. If we actually take him down, then whatever interests are going to be taking control of the Mafia here next aren't exactly going to be looking for vengeance.
Alright, well, how about this? We get some stealth tags, and each Twitch and Vice go in with one in order to try and plant it if they get the chance. We also try and get the cyanide, with the stealth tags being a backup plan in case we fail to make the handoff, fail to get up to the balcony, whatever. And regardless of whether or not the stealth tags succeed or fail, if we fail at dosing him, then we go back to surveillance. Basically roll all 3 plans into one, with each being various levels of contingency for the other.
Okay. As for the catering stuff, we can try to do that. True Sayer. could attempt to look into that since everyone else is going to be busy in some form or fashion. I'm not sure where he'd possibly begin on trying to infiltrate. I know he can crack open some fucking skulls, though, and learn everything there is to know about the catering process. He just need to get his hands on someone and not suck at rolling.
Don't forget, these are just caterers. We might be able to bribe them. Pretend you're a paparazzi trying to get in. I'm sure this wouldn't be the first time that they've been offered a bribe by a paparazzi in order to try and sneak some sort of camera into the place.
It's possible. In that case, after Trusair realized that he got his hands like a whole bunch of cocaine, you know, like whenever he actually needed to get an access to sign. Like, yeah, I couldn't find any cyanide, guys. I'm sorry.
So now he's got a whole bunch of cocaine and a whole bunch of pixie dust. Which is mostly just cocaine anyway.
Well, now that we know what Truthsayer's drug of choice is.
He does cocaine!
because that's what Trusayer's heart needs, you know. And then he takes lace so that he forgets about using cocaine. It's a great...
Pixie dust has lace in it.
That's true. It's true. It's fucking... Anyway, I suppose what Trusair is actually going to do is a little bit of data searching to look into the catering company, look into how prominent they might be, look into like whether like whoever's maybe leading the catering for this particular party is like some sort of maybe prominent individual who's like invited all sorts of cool things, or whether it's, you know, like a metahuman type thing, or whether it's like a themed catering party, or whether it's, you know, like a standard, like what might they be wearing for the catering party, like where their office might be, where they're trying to gather all these things. I guess on the fly, I'll attempt to assume the guys. I'm the Truthsayer. I can't lie to people. Shit.
Well, I just thought it was an ironic name.
No, I didn't actually make him to lie. He doesn't have a single point in con, so none of the empathy software, none of his other bonuses apply. A negotiation and etiquette type thing to cover deficiencies in the party. You only have so many build points.
Yeah. Does any of us have con?
Twitch does, because she has the influence skill group.
Yeah, Twitch is actually pretty much the second party face.
It's really due to tons of charisma, and the empathy software helps.
Well, I mean, the only reason she's such a good gunslinger is tons of agility. She's a novice at basically everything skill-wise.
Yes, we've heard. Okay. In that case... shit. Well, I'll go with my idea first of trying to learn more information about the catering group. Like who might be heading for it and who might be a part. If I'm going to have to try to do some sort of crazy cold open, whether it's through cash or knocking one of them unconscious and stealing their thoughts, and trying to pass myself off as an employee with etiquette. Shit.
Well, go ahead and roll the data search to start off with.
God damn it, John, this is not funny. It's not funny. Oh, you get 3 hits with 8 dice! You only get 5 hits with 20 fucking dice! I had to pull this.
Go ahead and do it factorial, the 7 and down.
You are speaking Latin.
Another 28 dice. Because each roll you do, you'd get an additional 7 dice roll, and then a 6 dice roll, and then a 5 dice roll, and a 4 dice roll, and 3 dice roll, 2 dice roll, 1 dice roll.
Yes?
So just do another 28 dice.
Where was the 19 hits whenever I needed to purchase something? Oh, where were those? Wait, why did I use the rule of 6 on that? Well, there's the problem right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those hits need to be shaved off. That's only 15 hits. My apologies. I must have accidentally left it on in my anger.
Only 15 hits.
That's still better than 50-50.
Yeah, it's still better.
Okay, the place is probably somewhere where you can't bribe someone. Very unlikely. They do a lot of high-end catering stuff. Their employees are vetted. They're all sorts of secret stuff. They do some stuff for even Horizon and some other AAA corps. So they're pretty good at keeping their heads down, it looks like.
Right. In that case,
if you're gonna do that, it's probably nab someone at best. As for location and whatnot, yeah, you can get location of where they're doing stuff from and whatnot. That said, they're usually well prepared at least a half day ahead of time. So
that's enough information to determine that's a no-go. Heavily vetted, used extensively by corporations in this corporate enclave. There's no way I could attempt to blend in as an employee. They would easily notice any new employees. And if I could somehow find the right buttons to press, that would take more legwork than what we have. So that avenue's a no-go.
as for the rest, anything else want to do before the party?
The only thing that Kai would do is make sure that the little dragonfly legs are configured to securely hold a dosage up 400 meters or however far it's going.
You can probably use tape for that. That'd probably be your best bet.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nothing major.
Yeah, none of it's really designed to hold anything, so...
I guess the other thing I'm going to be doing too, since I've proven myself to be so useful, is I'm going to be heading to Vice's bolt hole, where the where Mr. Assistant is located.
It smells like urine. Be careful.
You'll manage to make your way there without any problem.
Sean's got that smile on his face. I can hear it in his voice. You know, sort of like without preamble, he's obviously gonna know it's gotta be a thing and happens, and what he does about it is not Truesayer's concern. We're going to see what happens whenever I cast a Force 5 Mind Probe with a point of edge, rule of 6. That's gonna be 9 fucking hits.
That one of the ones that he has to roll for anyways?
Yeah, he gets to roll a willpower roll.
Yeah, his willpower's not going to bring that below 5. Is that one you need to know how many successes he knows? Okay.
Nope, it's not a combat spell. Alright, let me go ahead and make my drain resist test. 5 divided by 2 is 2, plus 2 is 4. No drain damage. Alright. I like to imagine Trueslayer is taking out his anger, bending his mind. Target the subject can probe the target's subconscious. I guess what Trueslayer is going to be doing is fucking sifting through information about who he is, who his boss is, how long he's been working for his boss, what does he do for his boss, you know, what sort of big plans are going in, you know, Mr. Happy Fun Time, you know, business enterprise they work in, you know, how long has this party been known about, you know, what does the assistant know about who's going to be there? Tell me some, what are this assistant's interests so that you might be able to talk about them? What are any sort of commonalities or discussion topics or any sort of important salient points that the boss would ask the assistant about? What does the boss care about? What does the boss interest and dislikes as far as the assistant knows? What does the assistant do for the boss on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Well,
The assistant like to wear his hair in a ponytail. He has like comb back in a way.
you get pretty much of that. He's a normal everyday sort of just does his work and tries to sleep with women on the side. Famous women if he could manage it, not famous women if he can't, women he pays for if that goes wrong. He worked for her for his boss for couple of years now, probably since the twins hit, and just sort of does day-to-day assistant stuff. He doesn't handle anything important. It's just sort of running around, getting his boss coffee, doing errands, things like that. Just sort of the sort of thing you hire a dumb assistant for. Definitely nothing's trusted to him.
How long has he been working for the boss? Like, how well would he be, like, physically, recognized, like, vocally recognized?
Very, very well. It's gonna be 3 years or so. And, like, that's 5 days a week. Every day.
All right. That's all good information. Trusair is going to end up feeding that to Vice while he's out there. As long as oh yeah, you might find this interesting. By the way, you secretly fear such and such, and if you dare do anything to even attempt to escape or spoil this operation at all, I won't just kill you. I'll publish everything on your pedo, and they will all know your secret dreads, and you will be humiliated beyond your deepest, darkest fears.
And he's feed himself again. There is a pool forming.
By the way, he likes his krill, tail side up or something. Crazy quirk.
How gauche.
Oh, when you were 4, you repressed the memory of your father cheating on your mother. There we go. Trusair, we'll just, relay that information to Vice about as dramatically as he can, melodramatically.
Okay. I'm not really a big actor, but
we're gonna need to get you some sort of facial mask that we were gonna originally have Twitch have. Maybe some sort of voice modulator or what have you. Considering how this gentleman here has been working for who you're going to be going with for 3 years. He's recognized fairly well.
Okay. Any idea where we can get that?
Latex masks are relatively easy to get.
Yeah, you can get those cast, whatnot. That said, getting an actual latex mask of him is gonna mean you're gonna need a face scan or something to give someone for that, and scanning his face like this is you're gonna get something a little bit off, and
is there any trio of him on his social networking?
Yeah, also depends on where you go though. Like you go somewhere like just normal does latex masks of people, it's gonna be a little bit strange to, hey, I want to look like this guy.
See, new disguises may be programmed with a rating equal to the hits on a computer plus edit test, with the maximum hits equaling the disguise skill. So You see, Coyote's not good enough unless he actually has points in a disguise skill, because you would need a combination of all that.
Let's see, does Twitch have disguise? Twitch does have disguise, and she has edit.
Is that program and computer skill?
What?
And computer skill?
Yeah, she's got 1 point in both cracking and electronics.
Okay.
Vice also does have 4 points in disguise, so he can generally just disguise himself pretty well.
Right. The problem is that you actually, with the latex face mask, like if you're going to do like a normal disguise, you can use like some sort of nano paste disguise. But if you're actually going to use like a latex face mask, that has to be programmed. And I'm pretty sure Vice doesn't have a computer skill point.
Nope.
So you can go ahead and buy that as a kit and do it yourself. And from Twitch, gonna need the computer plus edit roll.
All right.
That'll be a subtraction of 500 new yen. The latex face mask can only be used once.
That's fine, I've got money.
Money. So you can subtract that from your own funds for now.
Yep.
And was that a hard cap on the successes by disguise? Or
It's a hard cap. Maximum amount of hits equals your disguise skill.
yeah, that's what I thought it was. So
So
your
it's a rating one.
disguise.
Oh.
It's better than nothing.
Case, I didn't know it was just a rating 1. He would have been better off using the nano paste disguise.
Well, then let's do that.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and not do that 500 because you'd probably figure that out beforehand. The nano paste is how much?
The nano paste disguise is also 500. Let's see here.
It's all about container size.
Well, since you got someone with a very similar facial structure and a very similar build, you shouldn't need that much.
A small container of paste covers the user's face and hands, while the large container coats the entire body.
I just think it's just the face, right? That's all I need to get covered.
I think so.
Yeah,
is a bit-
I mean, unless you want to do a full body, unless you expect someone to do a full body search on you.
Nah, I'll just get the small discount to the small container of nano paste.
But even then, how much chance is there that his boss actually paid attention to... anyway.
Ads, it's...
I think we actually run into the same problem with the nano paste disguise that we do with the latex face mask.
Namely?
Not enough skill.
Phone! What the fuck?
The rating of the nano paste disguise adds to the dice pool for the disguise cast. It doesn't say how much it adds.
The rating.
Maybe programmed in the same manner as latex face mask.
There isn't a rating for nano paste.
Yeah, it doesn't actually list any kind of rating system or anything like that. Like normally it says rating 126 and then cost is rating times something, availability
Right, I got
rating
you.
times something. It just says rating 16 or 12 and cost 1,000 or 500. It looks like it would be the successes on the roll. So anyone have better disguise than 1?
Vice has a disguise of 4. But he can't program it.
He can still make a stab at it. It's really 2 you want to roll. The Twitch or you can probably get Coyote to lend you his comlink and programs and whatnot to do that.
Okay. I have to
Unless
roll
he
what?
says no.
What am I rolling now then?
You'd lend him Coyote. Would Coyote lend him his comlink with the program loaded up?
Well, I mean, his external one.
Oh, here we go.
I mean,
The nanopaste may be programmed in the same manner as the latex face mask.
Yeah, and then after that, the rating of the adds to the dice pool for the disguise test.
Anyway, Twitch can roll to program it. She's got a slightly better edit program, I think.
Yeah,
Then-
you'd get one
then
hit
who?
on it though.
you actually have an Edit 6 program?
Yeah,
Wow, that's
I
impressive.
bought all of the civilian software at rating 6.
Yeah, do you have a responsive 6 on your comlink?
Actually, no, I don't. So they would run at rating 5, right?
Yeah, whatever the rating
Yes.
is, whatever the system and response is, yeah. But I don't. I mean, I don't know how I would link in my internal comlink for that. I have an external one, but I think it's like one system, I'll have to check. I just bought it.
Yeah, so
It's
it
crap.
looks like it's really choice of who's going to do it.
Twitch will do it.
So yeah, you got that one success. So you get an extra die on your disguise roll. Vice does, and he'll make disguise roll as
Would he get a bonus for having this guy's actual clothes?
Yeah, give me just a second. Yeah, you'll make a disguise.
That I've returned.
Okay, so you'll make a disguise intuition.